Hey folks, it's Emily with American Resiliency. You might have heard we had a big derecho yesterday. This was a very powerful storm when it came over my place, but the damage really started to the east of me. And you can see on the outage map right now, there are still hundreds of thousands of people without power in Illinois and Indiana, particularly. Derechos, these dangerous straight line windstorms, they're a huge problem, and it's clear we're going to have to deal with them more now and in the future than we have in the past. If you get hit by one, your power is going to go out. So I thought that it might interest you to see why I feel fairly resilient against these short-term power outages and show you some of the stuff that I have to get ready. I think that a lot of times when you're looking at preparedness or resilience materials, it looks really intimidating because all their stuff is very professional or expensive. This is the Midwestern mom version of resilience. I think that you might find it a little bit more accessible. So come on, we're going to go take a little tour. All right, we're starting off down in the basement. If you're going to be dealing with threats like derechos more often, which it seems like we're all going to be, it's really important that you know where to go in the event of a serious windstorm. If you have access to underground space, you should get it ready, and you should have some basic stuff. You should have a crank radio for emergencies so that you're not worried about running out of the batteries, and a crank flashlight. Fun for kids, don't run out of batteries, very secure. We also keep a little bit of toilet paper down here in the bucket, but fortunately, we have never encountered that serious of a situation. I don't have a generator. I mean, maybe I should get one, but I don't have one. What I do have is a bunch of bags of ice. I try to always keep a lot of ice that's in like a convenient, storable, movable format, so that in the event of a power outage of a couple of days, you're just loading up the coolers. You're good to go. Ice and insulation will keep you going for a few days, but it's nice to be able to cook too. And if your house has an electric stove like mine, you need an alternative solution. If you're just preparing for a short-term outage, a camping stove and some propane is going to be all you need. You're ready to go. But if the power goes out, no one is going to want to actually cook. It's good to have at least 2 or 3 days worth of food on hand for your family, where you're going to be able to get protein into them without cooking in an emergency. Make sure you keep some extra can openers around. And I have the candy in this shot because candy is super important actually in any sort of an emergency. A lot of people will have reduced appetite, but they'll be able to eat a little bit of sugar. You can get that into them, then you might be able to get them to eat an actual meal, and it helps with morale. When I was preparing for yesterday's derecho, I made some hard-boiled eggs, I made a big pot of rice, and I charged up the power banks and made sure that everything was cool in the first aid chest. It's also good to have closed-toed shoes for everybody and work gloves, because sometimes when these things hit, there's a lot of debris. It can be dangerous outside, and you want to be able to take care of your family during cleanup. So for people whose families are on a budget like mine, this no power approach is going to be very effective. You're going to be able to pick up everything that you need at yard sales. You're probably talking about less than $100 for all of the supplies that you would need to keep your family safe, relatively comfortable, eating relatively normal food during a 2 to 3 day power outage. Stay safe, everybody. By getting ready, you can help your family and yourself feel more secure and more normal in these times of change. Talk to you again soon. Folks, thanks for watching. I want to thank everyone in the AR community. Your contributions really keep this nonprofit going. If you want to donate, there's a link on the About page for our YouTube channel or on the top bar of our website, www.americanresiliency.org. I'm very grateful to our donors, to our volunteers, to everyone spreading the word online, and especially to everyone doing the work on the ground. Thanks for getting ready with me, and talk with you again soon.